And welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing LSU Tigers 41, Mississippi State 14 in college football 2023 Week 3, the first conference game. And Mississippi State comes up limp. They get into a deep early hole. They try to get out of it. The defense plays like crap. They start like crap, but they don't really kick on until too late. The offense kicks on a lot later, and they barely kick on, but they had some moments. The second half was better than the first. I don't think they were completely shit, but they definitely got skull drug because of the scoreline, especially that first half. Now, points were scored as follows. First quarter, Damian Ramos with a 23-yard field goal. State holds him to a field goal. It's 3-0. Malik Neighbors with a 26-yard touchdown catch. They played one-on-one with Malik Neighbors all game. That doesn't work. Like 10 yards off the receiver, that doesn't work. Man burn us like a crisp. 10-0. End of first quarter, 10-0. Malik Neighbors with a 33-yard touchdown catch. They were nowhere near him. 17-0. Josh Williams with a 1-yard touchdown run. Punches it in. 24-0 LSU. Tulu Griffin with a 9-yard touchdown run. As a gadget back into the end zone. 24-7. State has life going into the half, but it ain't much. 24-7. The third quarter starts with Damian Ramos getting a 41-yard field goal. They hold him to a field goal, 27-7. Jaden Daniels with a 5-yard touchdown run, making it 34-7. End of third quarter, 34-7 LSU. Jaden Daniels with a 1-yard rush touchdown to punch it in to make it 41-7. And then Antonio Harmon gets a lob from Mike Wright to make an 11-yard touchdown, a 4-yard. Is that a 4-yard? I think it was a 4-yard. 4-yard touchdown catch. That sounds about right. To make it 14-14, or 41-14. We got a palindrome at least. The final is 41-14 LSU. Listen, this game was crap. 1. 2, Will Rogers did not look good. They tried to start the game by running the ball. They tried to be a bit more even. It wasn't enough. They tried to be a bit more even. It wasn't enough. Mississippi State, man, I didn't like the way they looked for most of this game, especially offensively. Barbay, they have tanked the offense because they brought in a guy who didn't want to do the air raid. Will Rogers is an air raid quarterback. He wasn't even that good in the air raid, but he did what he had to do. Now trying to play this game manager role, he's not either getting chances or he looks like crap. That LSU defensive line was on us like wad on rice. That doesn't help. Woody Marks couldn't make many runs. Tulu couldn't get out of the backfield. Mike Wright, not much. The penalties were a little bit of a problem. Offensively, I mean, Will Rogers basically got kneecapped because Mike Leach passed. Like, to me personally, this Barbay guy ain't it. They needed somebody like Spurrier Jr. or a guy like Hal Mummy's son, whatever his name is, or somebody who knows the air raid or plays a more current version of it. Yeah, you have to run the ball in the SEC. Leach was starting to learn that, but you don't go full on. You don't sell out the pass plays from a guy who knows how to play the air raid for always running. That doesn't work. Now you could say, but what about the years of Dak Prescott and Garrett Schrader and Nick Fitzgerald? I mean, State used to run the ball a lot and pass when they needed to under Mullen and Moorhead. This is true. Problem is that a dual-threat quarterback. Mike Wright is not a dual-threat quarterback. He runs. But at this point, I want to see him get more of a run, to be honest. Will Rogers, he can't run. He only can throw. So if they're going to run, you're going to Woody or Tulu. Like, the thing about those Dak offenses, those Fitz offenses, they had a dual-threat quarterback. And they knew when to do what. It seems like Barbay is selling out for the run or the screen. Like, it's basically taking an air raid quarterback and basically saying, yeah, no, we don't want to do that no more. Oh, and by the way, we know you're not a dual threat either. You can't run for shit. But our running quarterback that people know is running can't throw for shit. So it basically is, oh, we see Will, they're either running with Tulu or Woody, or they're throwing that damn thing. We see Mike Wright, we know somebody's running the ball, we just don't know who. That doesn't help anything. Maybe Chris Parsons should get a run out. He can throw and run. There's a dual threat quarterback for you. He could have played the air raid too. Maybe you should go to the true freshman. I don't know. I kind of said that at the start of the season, though. I was like, we may not be doing anything. The one thing that questions me is if Will Rogers is the starter. I don't think we're doing anything with him as the starter. Turns out, I was right. I thought Chris Parsons was better. I didn't think Mike Wright was that good. Yeah, he can run. I didn't think he was that good. I thought Chris Parsons was the guy. He's going to be your guy. Might as well do it anyway. Might as well. Defensively, Jet Johnson had moments. Bookie Watson had moments. State's defense did not start the first quarter on time. That's pretty much put them in the hole. Besides the fact the offense didn't start on time either. But the defense got going a bit quicker. Still wasn't quick enough, but they got going a bit quicker. That secondary, though. Letting Neighbors just be open like that, opening up the middle of the field. The secondary was the problem. The defensive line had their moments. Bookie Watson, Crumity, Jet Johnson, they had their moments. That secondary, though, was, oof, Maron. That was bad. And that's why we lost the game. Simple as. That secondary was bad. No picks, no fumbles, nothing. LSU dominated State in most cases. The good news is, for Mississippi State, and I guess for LSU, is that the division is not over yet. You could lose a game. Hell, last year we lost against LSU, and we still had a chance to win the division. An outside chance, but we had a chance. If we go on that run like we did against TAMU, Archie last year, we'll be fine. The SEC West is going to be a bloodbath. You know how the Pac-12 used to be a bloodbath? A couple of years there? Yeah, that's what about the SEC West is going to be. Now, is that bloodbath us getting our ass kicked and letting all our blood out? Or are we part of that bloodbath and we hit somebody with a mace? I'm not sure. I think it's the latter. Point being is, SEC is going to be a tight conference, and I really think that Mississippi State, this was a bad game. Yes. They did not wake up early. No. They were leisurely, lazy, malaise. You know what, though? I think State, they'll have a good game against South Carolina. I think they match up better against Bama. The season isn't over yet. I mean, of course, it's not over, but I don't think our chances of going to Atlanta is over at all. I think we still have a chance to have some crazy stuff happen. Let's remember, when we went to Atlanta the last time, some crazy stuff happened, and we were the beneficiary of it. So, you know, it could happen again. The SEC West is still wide open. Today was a bad day. Flush it. We go on. We still have 7 more games. 3 games. 9 more games. Still have 9 more games to be played. We'll see how it turns. So, you know what? I'm not too worried. Yeah, today was bad. The offense had a lot of problems. The defense, secondary, had a lot of problems. Player of the game for me is Malik Neighbors. He burnt State to a crisp. Deserves player of the game for me. With that being said, there you go. Mississippi State loses 41-14, but the season isn't over yet. That's my big takeaway. It could be worse. It could have been better, but I don't think this is a weekly thing. I don't think so. They needed a wake-up call. I think they got it. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send super chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us to play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I shall see you later tonight for a live watch-along and review of Toronto FC versus Vancouver Whitecaps FC. I hope to God Toronto wins because State lost. Let's see if that's still a thing. With that being said, I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See you later.